So good morning and welcome to Breaking Dawn this morning, people. It is Tuesday morning in Trinidad and Tobago and most of the world. And of course, we got Seth Weil aboard coming on a little later. Seth is going to have an interesting topic as we take you down into the second hour to close off the program this morning. But we got to get into a few things that are on the front burner this morning. What's going on this laptop? I feel like I got a new battery or a new laptop, you know. Laptop worked good yesterday, you know. And come now this morning to play the fool. All right. That's 2015, Mark. Where you go to? Hey, Chris? Yeah, new laptop. Just when? Just snap my fingers on a new laptop that just appear. Hey, no problem. I gotta get a new laptop. All right. Seth's topic this morning, I've been informed, is going to be on seed oils. Seed oils, okay? A lot of you use those seed oils. But let's get into what's popping in the news. And we will get into the headlines. We'll probably take a little break. And then this TSTT retreat. I saw that there was an article in the paper with this $500,000 retreat. I think it was over 3 days for 11 executives in TSTT. And it's become a talking point, and it ought to be, because I can't understand how 3 days could cost you $500,000. The Communication Workers Union has called on the board or whomever to account for this weekend or retreat or whatever it is. And then I saw an article down this morning where TSTT is saying they did not spend that type of money on the retreat. So it's all kind of bacchanal all over the place. Anyway, some of the headlines in the paper this morning, as my computer has failed me this morning. CPO says government maintaining cash and non-cash mix for PSA. Chief Personnel Officer Dr. Daryl Dindial says government is maintaining its position that the settlement of back pay arrears owed to members of the Public Services Association must involve a combination of cash and non-cash payments. All right, and he was speaking to the media yesterday, and he confirmed that discussions on the issue are still ongoing. All right, and in another story here, the CPO maintains his 5% offer to police and fire officers. The Chief Personnel Officer has maintained the government's 5% salary offer for the 2020 to 2022 bargaining period for the TTPS and the fire service, even as their representative unions continue to press for higher increases. The position was reiterated during a meeting between Chief Personnel Officer Daryl Dindial and the executive of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Social and Welfare Association at the offices of the Personnel Department. And the association, led by President Ishmael Pitt, Morning Pitt, indicated that while it has not accepted the offer, it will submit a formal written response to the proposal, which was dated April 11, 2025. Oh God, Pitt, I tell you, I work cut out for you, you know. There's another headline here, military appeal. Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesa has activated what is being described as the second phase of a government's crime suppression strategy. Following high-level talks with senior officials from United States Southern Command, otherwise known as SOUTHCOM, in Doral, Florida yesterday. All right? And the media has been told that this next phase will place direct emphasis on tackling crime on the ground in Trinidad and Tobago, signaling a focus on targeted domestic enforcement measures. All right? Then you have Kamla again defends Trump partnership. That is another headline in the paper. Let me see, that has to do the same thing. Experts warn of regional fallout from TNT's U.S. Security Pact. International relations experts are questioning the long-term benefits of Trinidad and Tobago joining the America's Counter-Cartel Coalition through the Doral Charter, raising concerns about its potential impact on CARICOM relations and the longevity of the agreement under President Donald Trump. The charter outlines a United States regional effort to dismantle drug cartels and transnational criminal gangs operating across the Western Hemisphere. It also aims to strengthen relationships with Latin America countries and reduce the influence of China, a foreign policy approach called the Donroe Doctrine. All right? All this talk of fallout with who? CARICOM? I don't think that would happen. I think CARICOM could afford to fall out with Trinidad and Tobago, especially with what's coming now. All right? Reports say Bahamas and Jamaica also tipped for U.S. security coalition. We'll see where that goes. Regulatory abuse allegations surface at committee meeting. Serious allegations of regulatory abuse within the Chemistry, Food and Drug Division people emerged during the 6th meeting of the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee, where members raised concerns that special permissions may have been used to bypass established procedures to import drugs such as Ozempic into the local market. Committee Chairman Jagdeo Singh questioned CFDD Inspector Dr. Derek Patron about the regulatory system after Patron denied introducing controversial documentation requirements known as Form A and Form B. And that is in the paper this morning as well. Hotel and tourism boss says Tobago Seabridge service has stabilized. So what all the old talk and panic was about? What all the old talk and panic was about? Because somebody just decided it had to have a bacchanal. As I'm saying, didn't we tell you that? Matter of fact, Jolene John said it. The lady had to go out, take time out of her day, do a video to show you what's going on down on the port, and with the transition between the transition from the Cabo Star to the Blue Wave Harmony. You understand? And that the boat was on sea trials. And that is this damage that was done to the boat when the boat arrived and it docked over in Tobago. The damage to the hull is what caused the delay in putting it into regular service. She gave a date that it would be into regular service. It went into regular service on that date, and boom, no problems. I wouldn't even go further in the article. Auditor General's 2025 HSF report to be laid in Senate today. Edinburgh, 500 families still homeless after alleged HEC eviction. Now, yesterday on my radio program, right, I spoke to the lady, Miss Ramsey, who, in listening to her story, I think that there was a horrible communication, and this is at the management level, minister and board and everything had nothing to do with this. This is at the management level. Because she explained that she spoke to everybody from the past, coming straight up, and the last person she spoke to, she said, was the current minister, which is David Lee, and he said, well, if this is the matter, they cannot evict you. They can't do that, right? There is some little information that seemed to be missing inside of there. But I tried to talk to, well, not I tried to, I spoke to the Minister of Housing again yesterday. But he can't publicly comment on the matter now because what I'm saying, what is happening? She has already lawyered up, right? So they're gonna let it take the legal course, and let the chips fall where they may. But they are investigating that matter with that lady. Right? But something is wrong somewhere inside of there. Okay? Because she was living in that apartment. She asked to be relocated. She's a fire victim. And when I spoke to the minister yesterday, he was able to give me all that information that she was a victim of a fire and that's what she got the house and blah, blah, blah. And there was this, she was to be relocated, but the house that she was supposed to be relocated to was on somebody else's name. It's a whole mad scene. And this happened before, eh? So there was this whole mix-up before, where this place that she was supposed to be relocated to, they gave it to somebody else, because it's on somebody else's name. And while she was staying there, I think she stopped paying. The money that she was paying was supposed to go to this place she was going to be relocated to. And when she realized what was going on, she stopped paying. And I think when she stopped paying, that is when this arrears accumulated. But the arrears only accumulated because of the mix-up that occurred. So I think she's right in terms of saying that HEC has erred, right? But that would have been a scenario that took place prior to this administration coming in. So they are now, they would now be aware of what is going on, because she said she spoke to Randall, as far back as Randall Mitchell, when the last office Randall Mitchell held was when he was Minister of Tourism. In the last couple of years of the last administration, right? And she said she spoke to Randall Mitchell when he was housing minister and all on the issue. That is how far back that whole issue stems from, it appears. So this is going to be sorted out in the court, right? In the meantime, I don't know what she's going to do. I don't know if anybody's going to intervene in terms of, but you see, she doesn't take lawyer and everything, and she doesn't go into court. So she make up her mind to go to court. So with the matter going to the courts now, or her, she taking up the matter to sort it out legally. I don't know if anybody as high up as the ministers can intervene at any point in time now that seeing that she has already initiated that legal action. But like Philip Alexander said yesterday on this program, he said, look, if you're owing an arrears and you're getting these notices, do not ignore the notices. Go into HEC. They are willing to work with you, right? Don't ignore the notices. And that's the problem, People just feel that they're getting these notices and HEC not going to do anything. But the time has come where, you have subsidized housing. You have been one of the lucky persons to acquire, not this lady, I'm talking in general. And the time has come for you to fulfill your commitment towards that, right? You have a responsibility to pay your rent. And if you're not paying your rent, and you're getting these notices and you're ignoring it, then when they come for you, they come for you. You understand? You can't complain. But take the opportunity, go into them. If you know you're on hard times or you're under some pressure, go into them. They're willing to work with you. They will work out something for you and ensure that, you don't get evicted and things like that, right? But that issue there, I think she has a good case based on what she told me, which was a little more than what you will read in the papers. But I think she has a good case because there seems to be a serious mix-up that has forced her into this position here. And then, I think she said she stopped paying because there was a whole mix-up and it had to sort out and that kind of thing. But she did speak to people inside there and she got certain assurances apparently, and But the matter that matter will sort out itself, as far as I can see. All right. Very quickly here, before I move on, I see here that Lahan says that the breakfast shed vendors must vacate waterfront by April 30th. Vendors of the breakfast shed have been instructed to vacate the waterfront property by April 30th, according to their financial advisor, Robert LaHunt. LaHunt described the latest development as unfortunate and a high-handed treatment of small businesses in Trinidad and Tobago. He was speaking to the media, and LaHunt confirmed that vendors were given an eviction letter by UDCOT. He said further details on the response of the vendors would be revealed at a media briefing tomorrow, but admitted that the development was disappointing as he has worked alongside the vendors in reaching out to UDCOT in seeking the meeting. All right, so, well, I think they would have spoken to him yesterday. So if there's a media briefing on this matter, it will be today, right? I think the article was written yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Or they would have spoken to him yesterday, so he would have said tomorrow yesterday, so that means today. All right, so we'll see what happens there with the breakfast shed. And, yeah, then you have the whole bacchanal with the TSTT madness that we will talk about after the break. All right, but for now, yeah. For now, anything else of significance, boy? No, nothing really. All right, well, our ankle monitored accused has been gunned down near their home. A man on charges of attempted murder and gun possession, and who had to wear a court-ordered ankle monitor, was ambushed and shot dead near his home in Darbody yesterday morning. Police said around 7:15 a.m., residents of First Street West off Recreation Road, Darbody, heard several shots, and when they walked outside, they found the body of Isaiah Garcia, age 38. All right. So those are the headlines in the paper this morning. And as we prepare to go to the break, I want to give you some information very quickly here on some of our people. And this will include Keolik. Yeah. So we want to remind you to check out the products in the Keolik range. And they have several products, okay? In the Keolik range, there are several products, and all use the aged garlic extract. And of course, they have over 900 clinical trials as it relates to these Keolik products, right? And they include the cleanse and digestion, the blood pressure health. They also have the Keolik cholesterol health and the total heart health, as well as the Keolik circulation health. And they're all proven to be effective in sustaining healthy levels, and all include that aged garlic extract formulation. There is also the Keo green powder drink mix that you could get your hands on, as well as the probiotics. So you could pick up any one of these products in the Keolik range at a health store or a pharmacy across the country. And for more information, you could WhatsApp 728-0338. That is 728-0338. So that is Keolik, all right? Also, I want to remind you about Steel Force Caribbean Limited, because Steel Force Caribbean Limited is located at number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal. And, you know, every time I open this thing, it had a, anyhow. Yeah, right. So Steel Force Caribbean Limited, located number 47, Lot 6, Montu Trace in Pinal. They're your newest choice for steel construction and fabrication. They offer full services in engineering and architectural design, structural steel fabrication and erection, pipe details, storage tank details, including fabrication of steel tanks and pipes, all set at API standards. Now, they offer a wide range of services for residential, commercial, and industrial clients, and they extend services to customers here in Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean. So, give them a call on 490-2771 or 399-7590. It is Steel Force Caribbean Limited, and they are reinventing the standards on how we handle steel. All right, so that is Steel Force. And do not forget that Run Stefan Run is definitely happening, people. I want to urge you guys, come on, man, let's get energized and get ready for Run Stefan Run. Medals for all participants. And I tell you what, this is the 5K. This is the 4th year of the 5K. We want to make it the biggest year. In the first year, we had about 300 and something people. The second year, we went up to over 500 participants. Last year, we had over 800 participants. This year, we want to get 1,000 people. All right? So we are asking you to go and get registered online at trinbagoevents.com. You can scan the QR code on the screen right now, and that will take you straight to trinbagoevents.com. All you need to do is put in your name, your t-shirt size, whether you're going to be competitive or non-competitive, or timed or not timed, or whatever the case might be. And then, and whatever other little information is there, and you pay with either your debit card or your credit card, and that's it. Your registration is over. It's done with, like that, in the snap of a finger, from the comfort of your own home. You don't have to leave your house and go and register and that kind of thing, right? We have tons of giveaways on the day. We also, you're getting your t-shirt. Of course, we showed you the t-shirt yesterday. We showed you the medal yesterday as well. So there's lots to look forward to. And remember, most importantly, if you're not running, you could come and walk. All right? There are people who don't even participate. They just chill out at QRC. They come, they chill out at QRC until everybody come back in. They just come for the day. You know, understand? To have a nice little morning. And, while everybody gone, there is a whole courtyard space there at QRC that could be used. You could walk up and down, get a little exercise in, whatever you choose to do. So we accommodate for everyone. Whether they're a runner or not a runner, you want to walk, you could walk. There's a lady in a wheelchair. I want to say good morning to her. She usually comes down from New York for this. I met some people in the Breaking Dawn Christmas party that said, boy, we just want to come for that run. People flying in to come to this, just to participate. And I really appreciate the tons of support that we get from those people year in, year out. We would like to see more people from the viewership of Breaking Dawn come out and support this event. Remember, we're raising funds for the Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago. April is the month of autism. So, we try to help them out, right? So it is a charity event. Remember that. We start at 6 a.m. at QRC on April 26th. Get registered, $200 is registration. You'll get a complimentary breakfast when you come back as well. From the run, just as we did last year, I decided to throw that in. So we're going to throw that in again this year. So please go out and get registered as early as possible. I don't want coming down to the last week. We have diehard fans of the program saying, oh God, Stefan, I want to, and thing and this and that. And they come in last minute and I already reached my figure of 1,000 people. I do not want that to happen. So please, if you're a fan of the program, if you support the program, if you support the things that the program does, if you believe in me, to get the job done, please go and get yourself registered as soon as possible. All right, this is for the young, the not so young, all right, the young at heart. You could bring out your children. If you want your child to get a medal, you have to register the child. Because see, that medal that we're doing this year, you see all them details and all that, it costs a pretty penny. But if you want your child to get a medal, you're going to have to register them, all right? It's that simple. And I'm talking about any age group of child, right? I know a lot of people is asked, Stefan, I could bring my children, my child, this, that, and the other. Yes, but if your child wants a medal, if you want your child to get a medal, or if your child is going to participate, they want to walk wherever, you have to register the child, because that's the only way they're going to get the medal, right? So we are accommodating for X amount of people with X amount of medals and X amount of t-shirts. We will have t-shirts on sale on the day, by the way. For those of you who like the t-shirt, you could show them the t-shirt. The t-shirt wet, and of course we have to thank Digimaniacs, based in San Fernando. Digimaniacs did all of the artwork as it relates to Run Stefan Run, so we branded a particular way. We have a particular look this year, and yeah, that's something we're very proud of. Okay? Yeah, that's a t-shirt this year. So if you're interested in the t-shirt, we will have t-shirts available for you to purchase and that kind of thing. All right, so with that, we're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, we'll get into the first order of business, TSTT, and that weekend, and then we're going to visit the PNM's conversation on the SOE, where one supporter of the PNM spoke. And I'm trying to understand, like, what people is we thinking about it. But nevertheless, we'll get into that conversation after this. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
Get ready for the highest paying 5K in Trinidad and Tobago. Run, Stefan, Run. Sunday, April 26th, 2026, Queens Royal College. Start time, 6 a.m. Over $40,000 in cash prizes. $5,000 for the first place male and first place female runner. Cash prizes for the top 10 finishers, male and female. Age group prizes, big giveaways, and medals for all participants. Registration is $200. Register online now at trinbagoevents.com. Part proceeds go to the Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago. For more information, call 345-3380 or 482-5531. Run fast, run strong, run Stefan, run.
Two fat fellas goes to San Fernando. Heading south.
Two fat fellas comes to Sapa for 2 nights only. Saturday 14th and Sunday 15th March. 2 nights only.
Two fat fellas stars: Cecilia, Penny, Kevon, Zachary, Rachel, and Roll. Tickets available at Dormont Shoe Store along Circular Mall, K-Square Stores, Eastgate Mall, Brentwood Plaza, Athletes by the Park. All Southern Food Basket locations. Sapa box office opens on Friday the 13th and islandetickets.com. For more info, 683-4843.
Two fat fellas, Sapa. 2 nights only.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply. Everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycareTT@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. With a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal, the fish combo, the fish sandwich combo. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest Royal Castle.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerator parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78 Bamboo Settlement number 2 Valsain between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
You will not deny that this is the maddest place on earth, and we go shout from the top of the mountains. This is the greatest place, our great escape, my favorite space, the maddest place on earth. Would you believe me when I tell you? Better you come and take a sample. A little bit is still a lot to handle, but you can find no other example. We really have a different kind of style. The elders teach it to me as a child, and this is how we know that we are alive. Vincy people never need too much to start a vibe. It's Vincy time, June and July. You need to fly down to the maddest place on earth. Can't tell no lie.
All right, so we are back on Breaking Dawn. I want to get into this very quickly here. We're 26 minutes away from the hour of 7 o'clock. There was a little retreat that the TSTT executives had a little bit earlier this year that has caused some controversy. It was based on a Guardian report over the weekend. If you could put up TSTT one for me, with the Bacchanal now that is brewing. The headline right now is Bacchanal over TSTT retreat. CWU, which is the Communication Workers Union, calls for minister to intervene amid claims of spending spree, but the company defends executive activity. So let's see. The Communication Workers Union is calling on Public Utilities Minister Clyde Elder to intervene in the ongoing dispute between the union and the telecommunication services of Trinidad and Tobago as tensions escalate over executive spending and stalled wage negotiations. Speaking at a media conference yesterday, CWU Secretary General Joan Oga said the union met with TSTT earlier in the day to continue wage negotiations, during which time the company sought to dismiss media reports about the cost of a recent executive retreat. Now, however, she said the union immediately rejected that claim. The union's comments follow an exclusive Sunday Guardian report which revealed that TSTT was invoiced $436,081.78 for a 3-day executive retreat in Tobago earlier this year. The all-inclusive retreat from January 16th to the 18th involved Acting Chief Executive Officer Keno Cox and 10 executives and included accommodation, event production, logistics, and other activities. Invoices obtained by the Guardian's investigation desk showed the expenses covered more than $203,000 for event production. $203,000 for event production? $72,000 for accommodation. $72,000 for accommodation. That's 11 people, $72,000. All right. And $38,000 for branded items, with the final figure rising to over $436,000 after VAT. Oga also called on Elder himself, a former trade unionist, to engage with the union on the matter. Right now, so they have their wage negotiations that they're trying to deal with. This bill comes up with this retreat with these executives, but in another article today, TSTT is denying those claims. Put up the thanks. So, the Telecommunication Services of Trinidad and Tobago Limited has denied spending more than $400,000 on a corporate retreat in Tobago, responding to a Sunday Guardian investigation which revealed that the company had been invoiced $436,081.78 for the event held in January. In a statement issued on Monday evening, the state-owned telecommunication provider sought to clarify the finances associated with the retreat, stressing that the amount reported represented was not what was ultimately spent. The Sunday Guardian article did not report on what was eventually spent, however, but was clear on the invoices associated with the event, indicating that TSCT had been billed $436,081.78. According to TSCT, prior to publication, the reporter had contacted the company referencing the alleged invoices, but the request for confirmation was declined. And the company added that an internal review of the documents referenced in the article indicated that the figure cited was inflated. TSCT explained that the retreat included strategic planning sessions, leadership alignment, discussions and operational meetings. The program also involved engagements with representatives of the THA and public-facing brand activities, right? It added that the decision was made to host the retreat locally in Tobago rather than overseas in order to manage cost and reduce foreign exchange expenditure. However, a 3-page invoice obtained by Guardian Media provides a detailed breakdown of the costs associated with the event. The invoice dated January 20, 2026 showed that TSCT was billed, this is what it was billed at, $38,704 for branded tokens, $203,265 for event production, $72,167 for hotel accommodation, and $73,492.25 for supervision and coordination. The 4 items totaled $387,620.25 before the addition of 12.5% VAT, which brought the overall bill to the $436,081.78. And the services listed included tours and experiences, retreat coordination, logistics and on-call services, infrastructure and event setup, branding, labor and transportation. An additional invoice from Tobago-based Stage Solutions Limited dated January 17, 2026 was sent to the advertising agency involved in organizing the event. Oh God, all went through advertising agency too. So they more money because they had to add on the cost, right? And this is how it is go. That document itemized 32 services for the retreat, totaling $180,680. When VAT was applied, the amount increased to $203,265. And it goes on here, listen. The invoice details several activities and services, including 4 boat-related services costing $57,500. What? Among them were a $15,000 bar service on a tour boat, and at No Man's Land, a $15,000 catering service at the same location, and a $12,500 single boat charter on January 16 and 17th, and a reef boat charter priced at $15,000. Other items listed included a $6,500 island tour with a guide and refreshments, $9,000 for 12 goodie bags, $10,500 for panists, drummers, and dancers, $2,500 for recreational games, and $3,600 for a bonfire. Papa, yo. The invoice also included $4,800 for golfing at the Magdalena Grand, $15,000 for retreat coordination and logistics services, $3,600 for ambient lighting for boat, and land activities, and $5,000 for transportation between January 16 and 18, and $15,000 for executive concierge services over the same period. Now, you see how they are saying that this wasn't the actual figure spent. But Guardian is saying these are the invoices we have. This is the money that was paid. Right? These are the invoices for money that was paid. Good? Now, I know companies go on retreats. They carry their staff. It's supposed to be part of team building, you know, it's a team building exercise and so on and so forth. But at a time when the government has made it very clear from the word go that they would be cutting back on certain things, this is not a good look. So, whomever, I don't know who makes up the board, I don't know who's on the board at TSCT now, I do not know who changed over, I don't know, right? I don't know the people, but we know that Keno Cox is mentioned in the article here as, where is it? I'm trying to get his, I'll get his position in just a little bit, right? But he was mentioned in the article. It could have been the previous article that I read there, but nevertheless, right? You can't tell me that 11 more are going on, 11, eh? 11 people went on a retreat. And it cost $500,000. I ain't buying that at all. That's madness. Nah. We ain't going through that. We'll take some calls. Just somebody director, I'm put it on the tooth. Just one caller, comment here. Yeah, morning.
Hello, good morning, Stefan. Stefan, and this
Hello?
time we're critical and the company's balling. Hello, good morning, Stefan.
Yeah, man, what's going on? Talk to us.
Morning. Yeah, in this time with the companies and them balling and they ain't making no money, Stefan, I see this wrong, sir. Then the executive should be fired and take the money out of the salary, the rest of the workers and them, because watch the amount of figure. Stefan, what's your figure for this a line event?
That's
Stefan,
11 people, 11 people
to get
for
what
3
out of
days,
it?
Reds.
It ain't making no sense. Stefan, look on and listening.
Yeah, man. And Clyde Elder, I think you need to step in there. Somebody's asking, which hotel got that TSCT money windfall? Is it the ones who want to break away? I don't know who's the hotel, but it did include golfing at the Magdalena Grand, apparently. 327-7400. We're taking your calls this morning. Let me hear your thoughts. Almost $500,000, just short of $500,000, $486,000 for a 3-day retreat for 11 executives. Morning.
Stefan, morning. Why tell you all that since the people in certain positions in this country, no matter how things go, and the money is not them own, they're spending it all willy-nilly to enjoy themselves. That whole board that went on a retreat supposed to get fired. And as the previous caller rightfully say, make them pay back that money.
Right.
Because that kind of money spent coming out, man. You know how much food that could buy for a poor person?
Boy, you know, man. That's a lot of money for 11 people on a 3-day retreat. It's 3 days we're talking about. You arrive on the 16th.
And
you only have a full day on the
ambient
17th and then you're back on the 18th.
But what ambient lighting does do for you? That you have to pay so much money for ambient lighting.
Yeah, ambient lighting. Yeah, that was one of the bills.
And
I don't know what the hell that. Probably TSCT to headline for me.
And my thing to Stefan is if you call people for a team building exercise and you tell everybody, well, you have to dip X amount of money from your own pocket. Bet you bottom dollar, more than half of them may want to go, you know.
But exactly.
But seeing that is government money spending, and they want to tell you later, everybody want to go because they know it's not them money at the end of the day. Nah. Fire them. Get rid of them and put the names up so we can see exactly who is the clowns that spend people money.
All right. No problem. Is that the ambient lighting that costs the money? That look like ambient lighting, right, Director? On the beach, right? And a $3,600 bonfire? Well, I don't know how much a bonfire has cost these days, but $3,600 seems to be a lot. Hello, good morning. Fire, not so? Morning.
Yeah, morning. Pertaining to that TSTT issue,
yeah.
You wouldn't believe that the pension plan, with the TSTT pension plan, they have over $1 billion in surplus, right?
Uh-huh.
And they wouldn't even pay the pensioners and them their money. And them spreading that kind of joy by that wickedness.
Yeah, you talking about 3 days, 11 people. Yeah, man.
Yeah, nah. I'm a retiree from TSCT.
Uh-huh. You're a retiree?
Yeah, and they owe me money. Clyde know that too. Clyde was one of the man who negotiating the thing.
Okay. How long they owe you that money?
Eh?
How long now they owe you that money?
But it's about 14 years now. The other day they come and they pay some.
14 years now they owe you money?
Yes. Clyde know about it. This ML know about it.
No trouble. All right, cool, man. I gotta see if I get Elder, you know. I'll see if I get Elder. All right, my brother.
You know about it.
Okay.
I even message him and all and tell him, hey, you have to fire that man there.
Right. Okay. All right, cool. I'll see if I get on to him. I'm going to go again. Hello, good morning. Morning. 12,500 for dinner reservations. Papa, yo.
Stefan?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
You know what people making, I know what people making as an issue about this situation, but I think that them get it real cheap because the medal is 11 people for 3 days.
3 days, 11 people.
About 12. Right, so that work out to be about $12,000 around there per person for those 3 days. And for them kind of activity, to get that for $12,000 per person, them win a lot today. That's real good.
No, but it's $500,000 you know back for.
No, but I'm telling you, it's $400,000 you're talking about for 3 days for 11 people, right? And that, with what you mentioned there, with every single thing, them all the activities and no man's land and thing. I don't know if they had, some kind of table, some kind of thing, you know, there are dancers and thing on the table. Well, like I say, for $12,000 for 3 days, all inclusive factors be like.
How you work it out at 12,000?
No, well, remember you say it's 400,000, it costs totally
486,000. So when you divide that by 11, you get 44,181 per person.
And that work out $12,000 per day for each person. Right?
Oh, per day, $12,000 per day.
Yeah.
All right, that's all right.
For all them activities.
About 14,000.
Yeah. Something. Yeah, them lucky my wife didn't go on that retreat. Otherwise, it'll be about $50,000 per day. Yeah, because there's all kind of steak and fancy thing. She would have a bag and all kind of thing, perfume and thing. So let me tell you something.
Lord.
Them real lucky. So without so much thing to talk about, if the
but you see, Barack Paul, this comes at a time when the government has made it very clear that they are cutting back on certain things because money tight. So you can't, if everything was honky-dory and money was flowing like honey, right? This may not have seemed to be extravagant, but when you're saying that you're cutting back because things are tight, money tight, wherever the case might be, and the executive goes off now and spends $500,000 on a 3-day retreat, it is going to be, people are going to say, but wait now, I thought they're cutting back because they say there's no money.
Stefan, I want to mention this because I know we're going to start to see posts coming up on Facebook and things.
Yeah.
We know it's Trinidad and Tobago. Since this government come in office, we hear that over 30,000 people lost their job in CPAP and all kind of thing.
Yeah.
Every single opportunity people get in Trinidad and Tobago, there's make it and post it up that there are no lights, the water, every single thing to make an issue that they're suffering.
Yeah.
You know, since then, I didn't see one post, nowhere, where somebody who said they was working CPAP and lost their job that they're suffering and they're starving in the country.
No, nobody, we haven't seen anything like that. Nobody making noise about it. So obviously, it is not as it's not as bad as the opposition says it is.
Right. So, but you might start to see posts coming out now that look at her 5 children and they're working CPAP and look mature and them mouth dry and all kind of thing now. I didn't want to mention that. But anyway,
Okay.
have a good morning. It's Trinidad and Tobago. Take care, man. Later.
All right, man. No problem. I'll see if I can squeeze two more. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Stefan. Good morning.
Wait, don't be falling on your
I want to ask you a question, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it supposed to be a business retreat as such?
Yes. It's a team building. It's a retreat. It's a retreat for the executives.
Well, I guess we would not have been privy to all the meetings and so. But I would really like to know if colleagues it is okay for colleagues to expose themselves like that, albeit you are the beach, the pool, the whatever. But Stefan, you see how those women were dressed? I don't think that was.
I did not. No, I didn't see how you. I didn't see how anybody was dressed.
Dear?
It have a video or something going on.
Yes, Stefan, it's like how we have like tribe and thing, man.
For the retreat?
Yeah. Yes, Stefan, they were at the resorts. Like you're in tribe. Well,
I didn't see anything like that. I just going with the story and on the headline.
No, yes, video. You should see. Yeah, I want to know if that was a business retreat. And even though after the business you go, you have your thing, but that should, you exposing yourself to male exposing yourself to female, well, they're good and happy, yes?
Okay.
And Stefan, I'm going to tell you something. You made a comment that you don't know if I ever came to the run. I came to the run, sir.
Okay, all right. Oh, yes.
Differently every right. So, and we are coming this time again.
All right, lovely.
So,
I look forward to seeing you guys up there.
Yes,
thanks a lot.
Thanks. We'll see you. Yes, bye, yeah.
All right, we're 6 minutes away from the hour of 7 o'clock. Let me take this one real quick. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Stefan, good morning. I don't want to say anything about any retreat or anything. I don't want to talk about what I don't know about. I just want to know if anybody, you or anybody else ever saw the yam seeds.
If we ever saw the what? Or the yam seeds? No, never saw the yam seeds. I haven't seen the yam seeds, all right? Lord Father, I tell you, oh God, I hear you, but at the same time, I've got to be fair. And I do not see how 11 people over a 3-day period spending $500,000 is reasonable or responsible or within the financial position that the administration has taken. Look like NLCB. A lot of people write NLCB for sponsorship, advertising, things like that, right? And I am telling you that NLCB has taken the position right now to suspend sponsorship and advertising. For now. I could tell you that. Because I've written to them asking for sponsorship. Right? And they have taken that position that, look, until money starts to run right, there will be no abuse of funds and money just spending willy-nilly and giving up. So I could respect that. You understand what I'm saying? And we have written them because, I mean, we never really get any advertising, I think, from NLCB in the 12 years that I'm doing this program. We got advertising like the first year or the first couple years for a 1 year or a half or 6 months or something, I think so. And then they never advertised with us after that. So for 11 out of 12 years, we never get any advertising. So when I write them now and they tell me, boom, and I get back a response saying, look, right now, because of so-and-so circumstances, we're holding up on this, that, and the other. But when the position is better, we will have you in mind. And that's how they operate in. So in terms of TSTT and other state entities, I would imagine that the same approach is being taken. Although not all companies will be the same, but NLCB don't lose money. NLCB does make money, right? But for NLCB to say, hold up, let me stick a pin in this, speaks volumes, right? Because they usually sponsor money that's giveaway inside of there. Well, at least it used to under previous, leadership and that kind of thing. Now they're taking a more responsible approach on how they're going to deal with the funds and everything and that money and where it's going to go and who it's going to assist. And I'm sure that NLCB is not the only state. And I have written to FCB. First Citizen Bank usually helps us with a little sponsorship for the run. And we wrote to them and we got a reply. And that's what I'm telling all you know, and people say, oh, Stefan, you're taking and you're favored. We get back a reply saying, sorry, at this point in time, we cannot, and they're recording billions of dollars in profit when the year comes. You understand? And I telling you, FCB blanked me this year. And I don't ignore us, I dust my pants and I move on. You think where I going on? You think? And I will find my thing elsewhere, you know what I mean? But that's how it is, you know? So some of these companies, some of these state-owned companies are taking a position where, listen, we have to manage this thing proper and responsible. And that is what I'm saying. I was saying the Barrackpore. So when you look at that approach, and then you look at this approach with TSTT and their executive, and $500,000 for 3 days for 11 people, I mean, that is going to raise an eyebrow or two. And I can't agree with that kind of spending. You understand? If it is that money tight, then you can't tell me that you need to go on a retreat. 11 more need to go on a retreat for 3 days and spend $500,000. If you spend $250,000, I'd say okay. Because I work it out, about $6,000, $7,000 accommodation for 3 days, wherever. Because that's basically what it worked out to in terms of the accommodation. So that on point, the $72,000, that on point, because you go take the all-inclusive package and wherever, and if that run you $6,000, $7,000, right. But there are some things inside of there that you can't tell me that was a must, if you understand what I'm saying. So if you are doing this in a responsible way, you say, well, okay, we could do this, but we can't do that. But to say that, you know, a $3,600 bonfire, brother, seriously? And that's the thing when people, when they're spending, you know, it's happened because when I'm managing my expenditure and my budget for what I do for my events, I don't take on the small figures, you know, like the 1,500 and the 2,000. But let me tell you something, that's add up. So you might tell yourself, well, $3,600, I know money. But when you add that up to the overall bill, then you look back and you say, well, you know, what could I do without that? You understand what I'm saying? But that to me can't be, we can't say that is a responsible approach. I cannot say that is a responsible approach by the executive of TSTT, who I have written to as well. And if I don't get no sponsorship because of this, well, so be it. Anyway, let me just remind you all about the Easter Grand Bazaar and Corridor competition very quickly. Director? Yeah. Mommy, make sure and write to TSTT now because the executive have money to spend. Let me see if we get through some sponsorship. We never get no sponsorship from them. Let me see if we get this here. Right, so the Easter Grand Bazaar and Corridor competition at Brazil Recreational Grounds in Brazil. All right, it will take place on Sunday, April the 5th, 1 p.m. to 12 midnight. I am trying to put together a team to come and cook a corridor and enter the competition. I've never entered a corridor competition before, but I have plenty of people who can cook corridor. Only look out. We come in with a brand new taste, a brand new flavor, a brand new everything. We're going to wow the judges. Free car show, amusement rides, bouncy castle, live DJ, and more. And entry, of course, is absolutely free. There's going to be food and drink on sale. And the duck will be supplied by the sponsors. And you get free coconut milk as well. Registration for the curry duck is $1,000, and the grand prize is $6,000. And you got to register by March 31st. All right, so by month 10 here, you should be registered. Okay, you can call Ricky on 358-3012, Kelvin on 290-2833, or Kevon on 348-9055. Make sure and give them a call, get yourself organized, and let's head out there Easter Sunday, man. We're going to have our time. So we take the break. When we come back from the break, interesting stuff in the politics and, you know, the approach that people are taking and the way that what the Prime Minister is doing is being seen by some, and the insanity of the supporters of others. And I say that based on in the context of what was said at the SOE meeting that the opposition had, and where one woman came, she didn't come to ask a question, she came with a whole speech. But we're going to listen to what she has to say, and then we're going to get an idea. I'm going to show you just, I think, like, you know, some people really had to be sick in the head. But stay tuned, we'll be back after this.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse or supply, everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycareTT@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
Are you living with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes? Manage it with the unique Jameson 100% complete multivitamin with 400 micrograms of chromium to lower blood glucose, lutein for your eyes, B vitamins for energy, vitamin C and lycopene for antioxidant support. Take a step towards a healthier tomorrow and make the proactive switch to Jameson today.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career,
Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be.
some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative National Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals.
Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
Get ready for the highest paying 5K in Trinidad and Tobago. Run Stefan Run, Sunday, April 26, 2026, Queens Royal College. Start time, 6 a.m. Over $40,000 in cash prizes. $5,000 for the first place male and first place female runner. Cash prizes for the top 10 finishers, male and female. Age group prizes, big giveaways, and medals for all participants. Registration is $200. Register online now at trinbagoevents.com. Part proceeds go to the Autistic Society of Trinidad and Tobago. For more information, call 345-3380 or 482-5531. Run fast, run strong, run Stefan Run.
Why just manage disease when you can reverse it? At Setwaya's Holistic Health Clinic, we don't just mask symptoms, we focus on reversing illness naturally. Imagine freedom from medications and the cycle of dependence. Our approach dives deep into uncovering root causes without herbs, tonics, or medications. From diabetes and heart disease to mental health, obesity, and more, our personalized care is transforming lives. Ready to begin? Book your consultation today, either in our San Fernando office or online. Call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Your health journey starts now at Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, where transformation is within reach.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prelozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson, provide consultation services in areas of diabetes, detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
And a girl
All right, so we're back on Breaking Dawn, people. As we return, I just want to remind you about Jameson. Let me just remind them about Jameson very quickly. So we want to remind you to boost your immune system with Jameson immunity products to fight off the seasonal sniffles. They have the cold fighter with echinacea, the vitamin C chews with the honey lemon flavor, and for additional support, you could try the delicious vitamin D3 chews and ultra strength zinc. You can chew, fight, and feel amazing with Jameson trusted vitamins and minerals. Now, we're going to get to a few videos here. The last of which is particularly troubling because I'm trying to understand the mentality of some people. So I want to pay attention in this exercise, right? Of course, last year, April, we had an election, government change. We have not been a year yet. We are 11 months. March, next year is April, next month is April. So we're 11 months into the new administration. Good. And albeit that this new administration has had to make some decisions, some of which people have agreed with, and some of which people have not agreed with. Right? However, nobody could deny that based on what has taken place over the weekend here, and even in the build-up to it, that the Prime Minister is on the right track. Nobody could deny that she's not on the right track. She's on the right track. And we see a lot of prosperity coming our way very soon, okay? So the thing turning around, because remember, they would have inherited, right, a horrible situation from the administration that run the country for 9 years, right? 9 to 10 years, right? I want to make sure and put that in the context here. Okay. So we have a couple of videos we want to run very quickly. The first two are people who posted to social media to talk about the, well, politics, right? And, the way that they're seeing it. So I'm going to run you, give me the global perception.
Countries perceived in today's global world is crucial for economic growth. And far too long, our economic potential hasn't been recognized on a global scale. But that looks like it's changing, because we are now seeing what happens when leadership focuses on vision, strategy, and result. And the party loyalists are still fighting against it. They are trying to preserve a primitive, outdated system that brought no tangible development or respect. Our current expanded collaboration with the US places us in a unique position. We are now able to amplify Trinidad and Tobago's industries to a larger market. When a country expands its collaboration with major economic giants, it gains access to these markets, which brings foreign direct investments, along with advanced technologies. When a country forms strong ties with the US especially, it signals stability and international business standards. Just by that association forms a business perspective. It reshapes our global perception from being small and risky to being a credible, growth-oriented partner. Investors follow perception. They want to invest in places that are predictable. Growth is happening, but political bias is making it invisible to some people.
Okay. Now that makes sense, right? That makes sense? Sensible, that's a sensible discussion. Now, of course, that's one way to look at it. Then you have the more grassroots way that you could look at it through the lens of another person that took to social media after the weekend here with the Prime Minister going to meet with President Trump. So, run with that one now.
Everybody, I don't care what nobody say. Our Prime Minister was standing next to Donald Trump over there in America. Our flag was lined up against other flags, with other flags, forming a correlation. the Coalition Against Drug Cartels. You understand? Drug trafficking and all that. We are part of that. The pen Donald Trump signed the declaration with, you know who he gave it to? It had about 8 or 10 other people there. Big tall men. He gave it to Kamala Persad-Bissessar, the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. No matter what they say about the woman trying to take Trinidad out of a hole we was in for far too long. Right? And it would take serious measures to get us back to the glorious country we was, Trinidad and Tobago. You understand? CARICOM will always be there. CARICOM is CARICOM. But CARICOM can't help us, and they prove they can't help us. CARICOM proved that if you don't do what them like and want them say, you're crazy. And that's what they did to Kamala. And it's not just Kamala. It's Trinidad and Tobago was under pressure from this whole Maduro fiasco. You understand? And I don't care who don't want to say it. It may sound bad, but I'll say it anyway. Other people from other Caribbean islands, they never liked us. They never liked us. We are the ones that show love to everybody else. You understand? And everybody else is what they could fool we with to get, what they could fool us with to get what they could get from us is always to get something from a Trinbagonian and Trinidad and Tobago. Everybody hand always out. What Trinidadian hand is be out? Trinidad and Tobago hand is be out of other Caribbean islands? In the CARICOM, no. We never ask, we never beg. Nobody never come to help us. You understand? Kamala on the right track. We back on the world stage. You know, it's just for a little Trinidad and Tobago flag to be lined up with all them flag on them. You know what it is to see Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister, a little small lady, stand up next to Donald Trump. He gave her the pen he signed the declaration with. And he gave the rest of the bunch of pens that he didn't use to a man who distributed it to the rest of people who was there. And it's that.
All right. So now she mentioned something there that could be a discussion on another day. When she said that, you know, none of our Caribbean neighbors, in terms of member states of CARICOM, none of them ever liked Trinidad. You understand? They always want something from Trinidad, and it's always what they could get from Trinidad, but our hand has never been extended to them. And that's a conversation for another day, whether or not, you know, the rest of the Caribbean does not like us, right? I always grew up hearing that, but in my experiences traveling and covering the festivals and so on and so forth throughout the Caribbean, I have not gotten that impression. The people that I deal with, they deal with me on the level, you know what I mean, and all are we good. You dig? We have our regional partners that we invite here. They come in for Carnival. We interact with them on a daily basis, during that period of time, regularly. And the accommodation, the way that they accommodate toward us when we travel to their island is second to none. So, I mean, that's a discussion for another day. Now I want to take it to the opposition had they had a whole thing on the SOE. And I will get a lawyer on the program to explain that what they're talking about in that whole meeting, was a waste of time. Where they're talking about your constitutional rights being in danger and all kind of thing is nonsense. I will get a lawyer on the program, maybe tomorrow, to explain these SOE regulations to you and how it does not affect you in any way, right? In terms of taking away your freedom on this and your freedom on that. But I want to take it to this lady here that spoke. And I want all of you to listen to this lady carefully, right? All of us heard from two other people. And I want to take it to this lady here. So take me to this clip. This clip is about 4 minutes long. But after that, we'll open the phone line and take some calls. And then we'll get to set. Go ahead. Run that for me.
Beckles, to our opposition leader, Ms. Penelope Beckles, to all the members of the opposition, all the members of the PNM, and to everyone that is present at this meeting tonight. My name is Ms. Latoya Gomez. I am a mother of 3, and this would be my very first time standing here on any platform, right, to voice my opinion. I needed to stand here tonight, and me standing here, I need to be very transparent. I have been quiet for a very long time, and I think that this now is my time to speak out. So my deceased grandmother was a stunned PNM, and so was my deceased father, Mr. Herbert Scrubson. My father was a man that advocated for the PNM under our former Prime Minister, Mr. Patrick Manning. But as for me, I am only a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago. They said that the voice of the people is the voice of God. So, I want you all to hear me out. As a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, I have lost confidence in all governments, the former government and the present government. We'll see this present government, right? So, give me a minute, sorry. Give me a minute. When I look at my country, I see no hope. I see absolutely no hope. What I see is that this country is doomed, right? What I can clearly see are broken promises. People are being, sorry, you'll excuse me, this is my very first time speaking on a public.
That's fine. Do you have a question that you would like to ask, or is this a comment?
It is a comment. It's a speech, actually, and I'm going to try to be as fast as possible. Okay. Our people
So just remember, we're trying to keep it within a tight time frame. So if you could keep it tight, make a point.
Okay. So as I said before, I see no hope. What I clearly see are broken promises, and I think we are the people. We are fed up of broken promises. We want a government that will deliver, that would, keep your promises. We want change. The youth want change. We see no hope, no future for the youth, no future for the citizens of this country. So we are asking, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? And to Mr. Skid Scotland, I want to say, sir, I applaud you because you made a statement just now where you asked for us to, you said that the PNM government is not a perfect government. And then you asked for us to forgive you all your trespasses. And that to me is taking accountability. So when I ask, where do we go from here? Maybe that is the change that we need. And to Ms. Beckles, right, being our opposition leader, right, I pray that you go forth with God, that God order your steps into making that change that we need. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ma'am, if we could get two brief questions in, we could get you with it.
Yes. She finished? Okay. I just made 3 videos for you, right? One with a guy on social media talking about global perception and everything that has taken place over the last couple of weeks and the way that, the power of global perception and so on and so forth. And the opening up of new markets, right? And let me play you another video from a lady, right, who spoke about the Prime Minister and the accomplishments and the way that she, this world stage that she's on and so on, and what it means for Trinidad and Tobago flag to be amongst all those flags there. And then we heard from this lady who sought to be transparent and given us the whole history of the PNM house that she would have grown up in, saying that she loses faith in all government, especially this one, who only are here yet. But she commended Keith Scotland, and this is what blew it out of the water for me, you know. And this is when I realized, and this is when you know. She said youths want change. What is the change? To move from the administration that we have now, that putting the country on a forward pathway in terms of opening up new markets for trade, etc., and energy, and so on and so forth, and dealing with the crime situation, and going back to the people that put us in the position that we're in right now? That's your solution. 1. 2, accountability for you is Keith Scotland saying, forgive us our trespasses. So that is all a politician had to do for you. They say, well, forgive us, we're not perfect, and you're ready to... Look, you see me? Anyway, morning. It is what it is. Hello, morning. Go ahead.
Good morning. Thanks for the time and the date.
The time and the date? Oh, the time and the date on the screen.
Yeah, we need something now saying breaking dawn. I've not seen any sign saying breaking dawn.
All right, no problem. No, it's up there.
Right. Stefan, I am not a biased person. I like to be balanced and give everybody, a listening ear. And like you say, I am not on either side. I am waiting and watching and hoping for the best outcome. Right? What I would like to see is the Prime Minister went out there, met with Donald Trump, and he signed and gave her a pen. Right?
Well, but I just second everything in the context of everything. But go ahead.
Right. What I want her to come back with, which I think we need, is some way of reforming the justice system, that justice could be swifter than it is now, and some funding to build a chamber. Whether it's going to be lethal injection or other form of execution. And if nobody in Trinidad and Tobago wants the job, that she would come back with somebody from the US that would, when we have exhausted all our thing and we have about 10 of them per day to execute that, as Richie Spice said, we would gas them and light them. Get it over with.
All right, darling. But I agree with you. I think the justice system needs a total revamp. They got to do something to speed up those matters, because that's the problem with the hangings. Is that when it passes the 5-year period, in accordance with the Pratt and Morgan issue, once you go over 5 years, you can't hang. And what criminals are doing is they're exhausting all of their appeals and so on and so forth, and dragging it beyond 5 years. So we got to speed up the courts and the way that the courts operate. Hello, good morning. Morning.
I wanted to ask 2 things. The first one is, why is Keith sitting down like that? And the second one is, how come they want accountability and they want this and they want everything from this government, but nobody asked when that man stood up and said, I am not closing down Petrotrin, and it was closed down. How come nobody made a hurrah about that?
No.
I don't recall anything. All I know is I paying less for gas now, so they could do whatever they want. I really don't care about none of them. I'm watching there, Okay, goodbye.
All right, no problem. Morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning. What's up?
Yeah, well, Stefan, that speech from that woman, I kind of understand. She say Well, that kind of way, I understand when she said that, I know she had issues with the past government. And I could kind of way understand when she probably says she have issue with this government because she probably is being negatively impacted by this current government in whatever way, right? But you see, when she reached the point at Scotland, the man who actually wanted to take us back or recommended that we go back to the Stone Age in cooking a coal pot and riding a bicycle, and I said, nah, she went real body. She went off real body. And as a matter of fact, if you look at the video and all, Papi, who said on next to she, like, from the time she started talking about, better leadership, man, he has so much of that PNM support in he get up and he started to run. So it's really the mindset that the people need to change. That's what she's supposed to be asking for, the change of the people, the mindset of the people.
Mindset of the people, that's right. That's right. But you see, when you grow up in a house that is heavily influenced by either PNM or UNC, you grow up in a house that is either red or yellow, and all of your family is either red or yellow, or whatever the case might be. Most of those people just fall in line and they follow suit. You know what I mean? They don't stop and think. You know what I mean? Hello, morning.
Yeah, morning, Safon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the lady you speak, I understand where she's coming from, right? And I kindly understand all the callers this morning, right? But where I want to say, right, with the Prime Minister, I understand when she's trying her best to study crime, but you have to understand, right? Crime is not stopped by fighting crime alone. Crime stopped by poverty. She said she was coming to create jobs. No job haven't started as great as yet. I guess we have to give she more time, but remember too, we can't go by the grocery mountain and say, we got pay next week or pay next month. The next thing too, we supporting a man who will start a war for no reason, bomb a school, and come on TV and said the school bombed by mistake. Then
where is the evidence that they bomb a school?
But Stefan, is them drop the first bomb.
I'm asking you, where is the evidence that they bomb a school?
Stefan, I'm not on the ground that they said. I'm not.
Well, then where you get the story from?
Stefan, the same story the same story that say that Iran is terrorist. And it's the same news that said he bombed a school. And he commented and said,
who said they bombed the school?
Trump come and said yesterday, right, that the school was bombed, but it wasn't them. It was another country.
Yes, and I'm asking you, in the initial reports that everybody running with, because I have heard all the reports, who it is said, who reported that they bombed a school?
All the news stuff on BBC,
Where
CNN,
they get the information from?
I mean, from the news stuff on? From the news?
They must get the information that a school was bombed in Iran from somewhere. So where did they get the information from?
The Iranian government, Stefan.
Okay. So the Iranian government, who has slaughtered their own people, say that America bombed a school.
So
and they have provided, hold on. They've provided no evidence to support such.
So Stefan,
so we just run with that.
The Iranian government blow up the own school and now saying is not the US then.
Lord Father.
So that
when the reporters, hold on, you see, you're going on a different topic here, but let me clear it up. Do you know that they organized a site visit for all the reporters, the Iranian government?
Yes.
Right, what happened to the site visit?
And all country do that.
Huh?
All country do that.
No, what happened to the site visit?
Israel banned reporters from their own country also.
No, hold on, I'm asking you what happened to the site visit. What happened to the site visit that they organized for all these media people to go and see the school that was bombed?
I know, Stefan.
They cancel it. You know that?
So that means the war they're fighting is a good war then?
No.
Is a war we make?
What do you mean if it's a good war? You know the history of Iran?
Yes, I know the history.
Tell me the history.
They're very violent. I know the history.
Tell me the history.
I know the history. They suppress their own people. They bomb other country. They finance terrorists from.
So all the Iranians
but not all of them. But not all of them.
All the Iranians that's celebrating now that they will finally see some freedom. They're wrong.
No, Stefan.
So you mean if they're fighting a right war? I don't understand.
I am not saying they're wrong, Stefan, but you know the war fighting right now is not about freedom. The war they're fighting right now is about profit with oil. We all know that, Stefan. The hold
on. That is a, you see that old talk, that is a lazy approach to everything. It's about oil, it's about money. You know America have, oil reserves have grown over the last few years, right?
Yes.
So then what are we really talking about here?
Stefan, America always need more. It come like Russia when Russia fight Ukraine for the whatever they're fighting for. We was against Russia the same way too. So America bombing up place and fighting, and we must be with them? Come on, Stefan.
So we mustn't deal with America? This is what you're saying?
Yes, Stefan.
Okay.
Yes.
But I said, that is probably the dumbest thing I've heard for the entire day. And I'm very sure I wouldn't hear anything dumber than that for the day. You're saying that because America had war with Iran, we mustn't deal with America?
No. I never said we must not.
So we must just shut down our whole trade market. We must shut down every opportunity to open up the energy sector.
America is one of our best partners.
But you just say we shouldn't deal with them.
No, I never deal with them when they fight in war. Not with fighting crime. When they fight in war, we must not deal with them. We must be neutral when it comes to war, Stefan. Let us be real.
Why you must be neutral?
I would never go with America because we all need America to go to visit, visa, family, everything. I say we must not deal with America, I'm very stupid. We all have to deal with each other, but we have to be neutral when it comes to war. And that is all.
All right, you fix up. That's your position. You stay neutral. I don't agree with that. We could go back and forth on that. But morning, yes, and as it relates to that school, that has not, as far as I have seen, it has not been verified. That was a report coming out from the Iranian authorities when that war started, when America launched the first attack. The Iranian authorities came out and said they bombed our school. And the BBC and this one and whoever, they ran with the story. There has been nothing verified that there was an actual school that was bombed. As far as I know, as of yesterday, right, in following the story, I know that Trump said, no, not Trump, Hegseth said they were investigating they were investigating it to see what occurred. But they also made the statement that America don't target civilians, right? And I'm very sure, with that in mind, in that context, that America is not going to know that they have a school here with children and bomb it. I find that very unlikely. So until they have some solid thing, because the next thing they show you was a building that blew up, and it still couldn't be verified that was an actual school. And that was the building that they were saying was the school. And when they were trying to find out more about, well, you know, if this was, no information was coming out, if it was a school or what that building was. Morning.
Morning, Stefan. Man on the ground here, boy.
Yeah, man on the ground. Go ahead.
Stefan, don't let it hot up your head now, boy. Don't let it touch up your skin soon now, boy. You're too intelligent.
Listen. I don't like that kind of disingenuous talk or position. Not
but
everything.
But there are no facts for that.
When the Iranian government was running over their own people and killing them and executing them and slaughtering them, and had them under these rules, right? You can't even walk a dog in the road. You know that, right? You can't walk a dog in the road, right?
Yes.
They take the dog and kill it.
Yes.
Right, things like that.
When
the Venezuelan people was under oppression from Maduro, I don't like them kind of thing. Everybody just be silent. when them Venezuelan and them women and them was coming across from Venezuela to make $1 and they had to sell their body and prostitute themselves and all kind of thing, nobody was saying nothing. Nobody in concern.
Nothing.
Nobody in concern. Let us be quiet. But you mustn't take no position. No, to hell with that. Some things in this world, you have to take a position about.
Yeah. You have to take a position.
So we're trying to tell me, you don't have a position on apartheid? We're trying to tell me that you don't have a position on apartheid?
Boy, I don't know what to say with them fellas. Watch my ears. Get plenty callers saying all this, that, and that. But the point is, they got too much nonsense on some of them.
Let me get real in this place. Them living in an imaginary world. They living in an imaginary world.
You know if the woman, yeah, for real. But you know if the woman tripped now and as she reached back and she started to move like Trump and started to deal with them Spanish, everybody go get vexed. Everybody go take a harass. But it's plenty.
Listen.
It's plenty more.
I do not
plenty
think...
more in the mortar and the pestle by Stefan Boy.
Listen.
Right?
It have a whole geopolitical analysis to what you're seeing taking place with Iran, with Venezuela, with all of them. Okay?
Yeah.
And that geopolitical analysis, I could tell you, it has to do with the US dollar as the main dollar for trade. Because there were certain nations trying to make a move to go BRICS. You understand? The Venezuelan, Maduro and them was going to give up the gold and everything to certain countries in order to strengthen the BRICS and so on and so forth, right? I can't go into all of that now, but I just give it on the surface in a shell, right? America is not going to stand up waving the dollar and nobody in want it.
No. They won't stand for that.
Right. So there is a global power positioning that is taking place, right? That that revolves around that. Good? Make no mistake about it. But to say, no, let me not say it that way. However, if freeing Iran and Venezuela from two oppressive governments or leadership regimes, if freeing them plays a part in America maintaining their power position of that US dollar being the main dollar for trade, so be it. Free the damn people and them. Talk done.
Right.
I'm telling you.
Very good. Anyhow, you see, you will come up with a story. I don't know if some people don't read or they don't listen properly, but there's one they come on and say this and say that. But like some people they just hear and they start to talk. But by the end of the day, Stefan, you keep up the good work, man. Don't let nobody touch up your skin, don't let nobody hot up your skin, don't let nobody get it under your skin, brother. Just how the woman focusing to come and do things in our country, your mind and your goal and mindset right now is to focus on run, Stefan, run. Don't let nobody put you away from that. Focus there, brother.
I hear you, brother. I hear you. All right, cool. Yeah, man. Yeah, listen. You see all this thing where this old talk about you must take a thing position and them like CARICOM and all of them. But CARICOM and them is now. About neutral position and neutral position. It's either you are for something or you are against it. It is either you are for something or you are against it. I am sorry, but that is the position that I have always held, especially as a talk show host. You think I could sit on here and be objective, looking at a situation that I know 100% either right or wrong? No, I'm going to give my opinion. Why am I saying my opinion? For fear of what? So I must sit on a fence. If I see two men robbing an old lady, I must sit on a fence and say, what do you think about that? And I have no opinion on it. They rob an old lady, they're damn wrong. They're wrong. They should be put in the square and executed. Well, maybe that's a bit harsh, but nevertheless, you understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying, if that was my opinion, I should be able to state it. You understand? This whole neutral position and neutral position. From the time you talk about that, I don't know where you're coming from. I don't read you like a book, brother. You understand? And that's the next thing I just can't take with people. If you're calling in and you have a particular, and you prefer a particular side, oh God, just state your side now. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with supporting something. But don't pretend to be in the middle when you know you're not. You understand what I'm saying? Don't do that now. Okay? Yeah. Be yourself, man. Stand by your decision, stand by your opinion, and bring some sort of conversation to the table that we could go back and forth and I could say, well, all right, I understand where you're coming from. Respect. You understand what I'm saying? But don't try to bubble me. You're mad or what? Anyway, Setwayos Holistic Health Clinic, we're getting set on right now after the break. We had to go to the break and get the set. But Set's Holistic Health Clinic is definitely here. Stop managing a disease. You have the opportunity to reverse it naturally. And it is drug-free, supplement-free, root cause healing through nutritional therapy. You can book an appointment today, and you can call or WhatsApp him on 279-3935 or 761-1952 and rebuild your health from the inside out naturally with Setwayos Holistic Health Clinic. Remember, you can also order the book, You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, from Set. So make sure and check him out, and you can call those numbers and you can order the book, or you can get the book at RIK bookstores nationwide or Amazon. All right? So yeah, as we go to the break then, back to the videos that I was talking about. We played a video where a guy spoke about the global perception in a very reasonable and understandable manner. We saw another video with a woman be able to break down the position that the Prime Minister has put the country in and so on and so forth. And then you heard what I would call the last lady that spoke at the PNM thing. From the time you go into a history family and you talk about your grandmother and your grandfather and your father and your mother and your uncle and your aunt and all of them was one way, then most likely you grew up in that type of environment with a particular type of mentality. That is why you could say that Keith Scotland saying, forgive us our trespasses, forgives everything that happened over the last 10 years. It forgives the 624 murders in 2024, the 500 and something murders in 2023, the 600 and something murders in 2022. Just by saying that, forgive us for our trespasses, we are not perfect. That is accountability to you, but that is not accountability for me. And at this point in time, you cannot tell me that you're not a year into this new administration. You might like some of the things that they've done, but it takes time to correct the ills of the past. And if your solution at this point in time is to put back the people that have us in this position in the first place, just simply on the basis of them saying, forgive us our trespasses, then something is terribly wrong with you mentally. And that's not just for that lady. That's for anybody that thinks that way. We take a break. When we come back, we'll get a set, and then we wrap up. Stay tuned.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. With a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal, the fish combo, the fish sandwich combo. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest royal castle.
Welcome to Antigua. Them people have no behavior. They have no behavior. Welcome to Antigua. Clear out how you know it's danger. How you know it's danger. When it comes to mass, it was that lay.
Ostomy care is a unique and intimate condition that can seem challenging for individuals afflicted by it. At Better Life Ostomy Care, they understand and offer a wide range of products and services that will allow ostomates to lead a better life. From colostomy and urostomy pouches, paste and powders, antibacterial wipes, Brava strips, deodorants, gloves, gauze, bed liners, and much, much more. They also have RN care available for ostomy home care with affordable starter packages. No need to look for nurse service or supply everything is just a phone call away. Better Life Ostomy Care is located at number 4 Mosque Street, Caroni. You can call them at 308-6709 or 472-5878 or visit their website at www.betterlifeostomycareTT.com to find out more about their offerings. You can also write to them at betterlifeostomycarettt@gmail.com or find them on Facebook. Better Life Ostomy Care, servicing ostomates with a better quality of life.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Are you living with pre-diabetes or type 2 diabetes? Manage it with the unique Jameson 100% complete multivitamin with 400 micrograms of chromium to lower blood glucose, lutein for your eyes, B vitamins for energy, vitamin C, and lycopene for antioxidant support. Take a step towards a healthier tomorrow and make the proactive switch to Jameson today.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Lisha high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Lisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Lisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715 or visit them at Warrenville, Canoopia. Chic Lisha Limited. Quality you can trust.
Introducing the new Sunmix Nut Bar. Available in 3 delicious flavors: granola raisin nut, almond cranberry crunch, and coconut almond crisp. All packed on a rich bed of dark chocolate.
Taste the good life, snack right. Taste the good life anytime. The good life. Sunmix.
Sunshine Snacks Sunmix Nut Bar. Taste the good life.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes, detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, person suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Trinity, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
All right, so we're back. We got Seth Wyola aboard with us, and he'll be with us for the next 10 minutes. So, Seth, what's up, man? I understand is seed oil.
Yes. Good morning. Good
What
morning,
going on,
Steph,
my
on
brother?
Synergy TV and all of our viewers. So, starting off one time by just taking you to some pictures here, sharing my screen one time. All right. Let me know if you see in the screen.
Yes, we got you.
All right. Seeing this here, right? Let me go to another picture.
Yeah, man.
What these looking like when you see these 2 images? When you see it there, what it looking like?
Right, they're looking like, well, it's an industrial site, looking like a refinery of sorts.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right? That's for processing seed oils. Looking like an oil refinery, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it really and truly processing oils, right? So, let me stop sharing my screen now. Seed oils isn't food, right? Seed oils is not food. Under no way, no how, under no circumstance, all right? So, that statement might make people feel uncomfortable. But it is the truth, right? It is an industrial plant extract, right? And once people understand how they are actually produced, the real questions become this. Why did something that requires industrial factory become a daily part of the human diet? Right? Because oils from seeds like soybean, corn, sunflower, and canola, they didn't exist historically in the human diet. That's something that most people don't know. Get my book, it have that information in my book. Right? These oils are as a result of agriculture, domestication, and industrial manufacturing. So the question we need to ask is very simple. How exactly are these oils made? I don't know if you ever looked into that. Right? So let's start with basic observation. If you take a soybean, a sunflower seed, a corn kernel, or canola seed, and you squeeze them with your fingers, what happens?
If you take
anything? A soybean, a sunflower seed, a corn kernel, or canola seed, and you squeeze them with your fingers, does anything happen?
Well, I never squeeze one, so I can't tell you.
Right? Nothing happens. You know, oil doesn't naturally start to pour out from it when you squeeze it. Right? So then it leads to the obvious question. If oil does not easily come out of these seeds, how is vegetable oil actually produced? And the answer is not a kitchen process, it's an industrial chemical process, right? Inside these large factories, which you have seen images of just now there, the seeds are first crushed and heated, right? The crushing alone does not remove most of the oil. So the manufacturers use a petroleum-based solvent called hexane, which is highly flammable, to extract the remaining oil from the crushed plant material. Right? After that extraction process, the oil then goes through additional stages. It is refined, it is bleached, and then it is deodorized at extremely high temperatures, so it no longer smells unpleasant. If you actually smell it undeodorized, you would get upset. Right? That's how bad it is. Right? And only after going through this industrial manufacturing process does the oil end up in the bottles that you see in the supermarket shelves. And something else that is interesting, people might say, well, okay, that's interesting. I just want people to know, and this I also have this part in my book. It was originally, seed oils were originally produced for lubrication of machinery and vehicle engines.
Okay.
That was the original purpose of it, right? So it wasn't originally designed for food, all right? So it says, so this industrial plant extract, right? This is not food. This is not food, all right? So think about this. This here is a tablespoon, right? A measured tablespoon, right? This is my personal measured spoon, right? So this is a tablespoon. Do you know how many seeds it takes to produce 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil? So let's take soybean oil. It takes 400 soybeans to produce 1 tablespoon, right? If it's sunflower, 300 sunflower seeds to produce 1 tablespoon. If it's canola oil, here this figure, it takes roughly 10,000 canola oil seeds to produce 1 tablespoon.
1 tablespoon.
So that 1 tablespoon, right? So that small spoon is actually the concentrated extraction of hundreds or even thousands of seeds. Now, let us multiply that. Many people today consume, especially in Trinidad, the average Trinidadian consumes 4 to 5 tablespoons of seed oil every day. And not just from cooking oil, but also from things in salad dressing, from fried food, processed foods, restaurant meals, right? So if they're consuming 4 to 5 tablespoons of vegetable oil on the average day, that's approximately, this is from soybeans, that is 1,600 to 2,000 soybeans, right? If it's from sunflower seed, that's 1,200 to 1,500, right? And if it's from canola seeds, that's 40 to 50,000, right? Just in extracted oil.
Right.
Now we have to ask ourselves something honestly. Would anyone realistically sit down and eat 40 to 50,000 seeds in a single day? Right?
No. No.
Nobody could do that.
That
right?
ain't happening. That ain't happening.
Right? That is going to seriously mess up your system.
Right.
But due to industrial food processing, it allows people to consume plant compounds at quantities that would never occur naturally. Never occur naturally, yeah? And then there's another point that most people never consider. Many of the plants used to produce these oils did not exist in their current form before human domestication and agricultural modifications, right? And I go more into this in my book, all right? So those seeds are processed in factories to extract the oil because, as I mentioned earlier, you can't just squeeze it and get it at the quantity that you want. So it's an entire industrial manufacturing system, right? Now, I know at this point some people may feel uncomfortable hearing the information like this. And I have to address something here because when new information challenges something that we have believed for many years, the first instinct is often to reject it, right? But people reject it not because it's false, but because accepting it would mean admitting that they may have been wrong. And many people are afraid of that. A lot of people fear being wrong. But at the end of the day, this is actually the truth. And the only way to ever truly be right is to first be willing to discover where you may have been wrong.
Right.
Right? Every person, think about it, every person who gains knowledge goes through that process. Right? Scientists do it. Researchers do it. Right? Anybody that truly wants to understand reality, they have to do it. Learning is not just protecting old beliefs.
Correct.
Learning is about being willing to update our understanding with new information when new information appears. So when information like this challenges something that we have believed for years, the real question should not be, does this make me uncomfortable? What the real question should be is it true? That should be the question.
Right.
Now, I know what I'm saying here, because I'm basically letting people know that all seed oils product, nobody should be using any. Right?
Yeah, but I also saw that over time, people have been talking about that, to move away. They've been moving away from those seed oils.
Yeah, but is Trinidad moving away from the seed oils?
I do not know. I don't think so.
Right.
But I mean, just to be clear here, olive oil do fall in that category.
Olive oil also falls in that category.
Olive oil. Well, and they tell you olive oil is, people is telling you olive oil is it? Is the healthiest oil.
And
the
this
best
is
oil to use.
Right, and a lot of people repeat the same rhetoric that they have been hearing being repeated over the years. But ask them why. Ask them what information and data they have on that. Right? Where's the science to back it? Right?
Right.
People just repeat it because they hear somebody that they might trust say it. Right? There's a reason why they also tell you don't heat olive oil, don't cook with it. They have a reason.
Right, they tell you that. They say olive oil is for like, it's just to kind of throw on the salad or whatever. Right, but it's not to use like you're cooking and to put it on heat. Avocado
but
oil.
I tell people it shouldn't be used either way.
Avocado oil is another oil too that I see a lot of people use, avocado oil. And then you have coconut oil. Right?
Right.
So what's your thought on coconut oil now?
So this is what I tell people because, you know, the question people would be like, so what you're telling me here about these oils we shouldn't use. So what are the tips you're giving with regards for such? And that brings up something. That brings up something in modern health conversation. And this is where it goes wrong. For decades, people have been given health tips. Eat this, avoid that, try this supplement, try that diet. But Stefan, has any chronic diseases decreased?
No.
No. And that's because tips do not create understanding. Tips don't create understanding. Giving people a tip, that's in helping you understand it, right? Yeah. Tips don't tell you what nutrients your body missing. Tips doesn't tell you what metabolic damage may have already existed, what deficiencies may be driving disease in your specific case. Tips don't do that. Right. And most importantly here, Stefan, is tips ignore individuality. Tips are general statements, right?
Right.
Tips are general statements. And if I give tips, especially on a platform like this, and everybody go on and take the tips, you're going to see some people get benefits, some people might end up worse. So I don't give tips, right? So two people can have the same diagnosis and require completely different nutritional strategies depending on what is happening inside their body.
Right.
So real health cannot be reduced to quick tips. It requires education and individualized guidance.
Okay.
Right.
So
So
okay, we have about a couple minutes left, but all right, if not seed oil, what do you use?
I don't use any oils. I don't use any oils.
So what yeah, but you must use something.
That's why I tell people need to come to me to get the full picture.
Okay.
I could be very reckless if I say, oh, go and use this, but then you're also using other things that changes the metabolic system that your body is functioning on. Your body do not handle certain things the same way based on the metabolic system the body is under. It's a holistic and systematic approach that I operate with, all right? And this is why a lot of people get messed up in their health, and this is why we have the prevalence of so much disease. As I've mentioned many times, I don't get sick, I don't even get the cold. There is a reason for that.
Right.
Because I understand the metabolic processes, right? And for example, like a lot of people look at things with calories, which should be a topic I will do in the future. And they look at how much calories something have in it, all right? The human body is not a furnace. So we treat the body as if it's just a furnace. Calories is just a measurement or a unit of heat. All right? So it's just saying, okay, this thing is combustible. But here's the thing. If you go in your backyard and you light a fire, you could burn many things, correct?
Yeah.
You could burn many things. But if you're burning plastic, and that could actually damage you.
Yeah.
Not because something could burn mean it could be consumed.
Right.
So these are things people need to understand. And this is why when it comes to health, things have to be individualized. You have to get more historical background of the individual. You have to educate them on what should and shouldn't be eaten. You have to let them know about the metabolic process, right? Now, these are things that I cover in my book, right? These are things that I cover in my book. It helps people to get a bigger understanding, a greater understanding. But you have to be somebody that is willing to accept truth. And truth is not designed to be comfortable. Truth is just simply designed to be true, all right? So people have to be open and willing to do such. Now, people that have that open to learning information and acquiring knowledge, they would go out and get the book. But I know it have people that might be afraid because of the fact that the information would be so sharp that it could cause, cognitive dissonance, all right? But something I tell people is this, right? It is always better to have knowledge, right, and not need it, than to need it and not have it. Right? Than to need it and not have it. And this is the reason why I wrote my book. And for those that actually want or have health issues already, and they need to get those issues reversed, that is what my nutritional therapy program does. My consultation is the step that you make into the door, because the consultation is what opens you up, gets you to understand what you should and shouldn't be eating. And then my nutritional therapy program is what guides you on an individual level, because like I say, people are not starting from the same point. They're not starting from the same point. People have different health issues that they are dealing with. They are different levels of health, and that needs to be individually coached, all right? There are very, very few people that can pick up my book, read it, and be able to reverse their issues just so. Very few people that can do that. Most of which, 95% of which, would need some form of guidance. All right, and this is what Seth Weyers Holistic Health Clinic is about. All right, I'm in the business of truth, the business of knowledge, and this is why I get people off of all drugs, medication, supplements, tonic, all of these things. We are not designed to operate and function like that. All right. Or we would have been, when we were born, you would see pharmaceuticals would be growing out of the ground, right? But that's not the case, right? That is not the case, all right? So I hope this message today reaches people and help them reach out to me, right?
All right.
So.
And you can reach out to Seth very easily, people. There are some numbers that you could call, and those numbers include 2793935 or 7611952. Seth, always valuable information. I think you gave us a lot of information on seed oil there in terms of, why.
Yeah, well, people understand why the country is so sick, because 4 to 5 tablespoons at the average Trini per day, that's a lot.
Yeah, for real. So people, thanks a lot, Seth.
Thanks for having me.
No problem.
Next week.
All right, man, next week. So that's Seth Viola board on the inside there. The business of truth, man. All right, so we're going to take the final break. We got some birthdays. When we return, stay tuned. We'll be back after this.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prolozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson, provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Let's get it started. I say, whoa, yo, all so come
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supplier of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsayn, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet Rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God, preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
All right, people, so we got to wrap things up for today. But before we go, the TSTT news that was in the papers, I see that Arnold Roberts has put out a video stating that it is fake news. It is a lie. He said that in the video, he said that retreat cost at most $174,000, not $500,000. And Guardian Media is the one that printed that story. That story wasn't in the Express, eh? It was in Guardian Media. It was not in the Express on Sunday or any time. But I will take a look today to see what information I could gather on that. Because this again, where we just get the information from? That was asking the caller. And I like that you bring some points and we could disagree. I love to disagree. I love when people disagree. And we could have a nice little back and forth, right? So don't ignore us with the back and forth this morning. That's just me, right? I like the action. But I will take a look to see what information I could get on the TSTT issue. But they're saying it is a lie. All right? So we will see. We will see if it is a lie. All right? I will check on the update for the situation in the U.S. Hayden called me from Miami, okay? So Hayden called me from Miami, and he told me, he said, the latest news coming out on that issue with the school and this bombing is that the Iranian government really looking bad. It's not the U.S. government that's looking bad, because the building was not registered as a school. But what they do is they put their guns, their ammunition. They use it for storage now, for their guns and their ammunition and whatever other artillery, right? And then they put children in there. But the hour that building was bombed was early morning. So if it was a school, it ought not to have children there, right? But the U.S. are not saying that they did not bomb the places. They took responsibility for bombing the place, but it was never registered as a school. The Iranian government, after it get bombed, they say, oh, it's a school. You understand? But this is what they do. But anyway, we could elaborate on that tomorrow as I get the information, right? But up to the time that I came in this morning, I didn't have that information until Hayden called me during the break. Anyway, we got some birthdays. Good morning, Breaking On family. This greeting is going out to my loving husband, Vinod and Sasha, on our 10th wedding anniversary. May God continue to bless our marriage for many, many more years to come. From Anne and Muniram, Vidish, not forgetting beautiful niece Shreya. All right, so happy anniversary to the lovely couple, Vinod and Sasha. Also, happy birthday greetings going out to Lakan Timal on his 83rd birthday today, from his loving wife, Marian, and son, DJ Terrence, and the rest of the family. Also, a special birthday greeting from the Moniz family with all God's blessings. So, happy birthday to you, Lakan. And finally, happy birthday going out to Pastor Dina Ramnarayan, wishing you all of God's blessings coming from your sister Phyllis, your sister Annie, and Pastor Wayne and family. All right? Yeah, I'm seeing here fake news. Yeah, they're saying it's a fake news. Well, I had to go and listen to what Arnold Roberts had to say. on that issue, but usually when he pour out thing, he don't miss. All right, so we wrap things up for today, people. We got to put it away. I went over my time, boy, 8:27. All right, so as we put it away, just remember that for evil to triumph, good men do nothing. All right? So never be afraid to state your position on something, your opinion on something. Your opinion should be valued. It is your opinion. Whether it makes sense to somebody else or not, that is always something that creates a conversation and also, you know, that opens up conversation. And when we open up conversation and the lines of communication, that is how we reason. But I will never be one to take a neutral position on anything. It would take something, it would be very rare for me to do so. All right? Because I truly believe that for evil to triumph, good men must do nothing or say nothing. Right? So, until tomorrow, have a great day, be productive, and most importantly, be safe. We'll be back tomorrow. We out.